Hi friends, welcome back to arts class. For today's art lesson, you are going to need a piece of paper, a pencil, a black marker, and some coloring supplies. After you've got all those things ready, the first thing that you can do is take your paper and turn it the long way up and down. Today we are going to be drawing a scarecrow together. After you've turned your paper the long way up and down, go ahead and grab your pencil. The very first thing we're going to do is draw a U shape that is just above the middle of our paper. So towards the top, I'm going to draw a U shape. The next thing I'm going to do is start my pencil on the left side of my U shape, and I'm going to make a curvy line that starts a little bit on the outside and comes up and around and down a little bit past the right side of my U shape. The next thing I'm going to do is draw a curvy line. I'm going to start my pencil on the end of my line right here, and I'm going to draw a curvy line that goes around and down. And I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. I'm going to draw a curvy line that goes around and down. The next thing I'm going to do is draw the top of my scarecrow's hat. So I'm going to start my pencil on the top of my curvy line, and I'm going to do almost like a curvy M shape. So I'm going to go up, around and down, back up, and back down. Now I've got my scarecrow's head and hat started. The next thing I'm going to do is look underneath the head, and I'm going to draw two short lines down to create the neck. On both sides of the neck, I'm going to draw a straight line out to the side like this for the top of the arms. The next thing I'm going to do is draw two short straight lines at the bottom of my arms like this, and then I am going to draw straight lines that come in towards the middle from the outsides of my arms. I'm going to stop after just a little bit so that there's a big empty space right here. Next, I'm going to draw two straight lines down. So I'm going to start right here at the end of my arm and go all the way down. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. The next thing we're going to focus on is the details in the body here. So I'm going to draw some overalls on my scarecrow. The first thing I'm going to do is turn my eyes to the tops of the arms right here. So on both sides of the neck, I'm going to draw a set of two straight lines that come down like this. These will be the straps of the overalls. Next, I'm going to draw a straight line across to connect the middle of the overalls. And then right underneath that, I'm going to draw the pocket, and to do that, I'm just going to draw a square. The next thing I'm going to do is look at the outside of my strap right here and right here. I'm going to draw a diagonal line that goes from the bottom of the strap to the inside of the arm like this. I'm going to do that on both sides. The next thing I'm going to do is start my pencil towards the bottom of my paper and just draw a straight line down to show the legs. And then I'm going to add some details to the overalls now. At the bottom, or anywhere you want to, kind of around the bottom of the overalls, I'm going to add a small patch. A patch is just a piece of fabric that covers up your clothes if you have a hole or something. So I'm going to put a patch right here. I'm just going to draw a square. And then I'm going to draw a little line that goes through each side of my square to show that the patch is sewn onto the clothing. The next thing I'm going to do are some details in the arms. So on the top and the bottom of the arms, I'm going to draw these short dashed lines to show the stitches of the sewing. The next thing I'm going to do is put some straw, or draw some straw in for the hands, or where the hands would go. So all I'm going to do is a zigzag line that's very kind of messy looking so that it looks like straw. So I'll start at the top, and then I'll do my zigzag line, and I'm going to do that to the end of both arms. Awesome. Now we're going to focus on the details in the face. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw the stitch marks going all the way around the inside of the head. like this. The next thing I'm going to do is draw 2 circles for the eyes. I'm going to draw a triangle for the nose. I'm going to draw 2 circles on the side of my triangle nose for the cheeks. And then I'm going to draw a smile that starts in the middle of the cheek and then comes down and around and ends in the middle of the other cheek. The last thing I'm going to do is some straw poking out of the hat for the hair. So I'm going to start over on the left side of my hat, and I'm going to do that crazy zigzag line again that kind of comes all the way around like this. Awesome job, friends. That's the last part in our pencil. The next thing I want you to do is grab your black marker, and you are going to trace all of your pencil lines in a black marker. Hopefully you're a pro at this by now, because we do a lot of tracing in a black marker. Just a reminder though, when you use that black marker to trace, make sure that you're going to go nice and slow so that you can cover all of your pencil lines just the way that you drew them. If you don't have a black marker at home, any black coloring supply will work. So you could use a black crayon, you could use a black colored pencil. The reason that we use black is so that the outline of our drawing stands out. This way, when we add color, we don't lose all of the details that we spent time on drawing. Don't forget any of the little details that we drew. So we did a lot of details in our scarecrow, in the patches and in the arms. So don't forget all of those little details. Sometimes we miss the little things like these dash marks, or sometimes I notice that people miss the details on the face when we trace. Like they'll forget about the eyes or the nose or something. So just make sure that you cover all of those pencil lines in a marker, like so. When you're all done tracing that in a black marker, you get to choose what kind of supplies you want to use to color it in. That means you could use crayons, colored pencils, or markers. I want you to take your time to color in the scarecrow, and then you can also color something in the background. When you are all done coloring your picture, please take a picture and upload it to Seesaw so that I can see. I will post a picture of my finished colored scarecrow in Seesaw so that you can see my example too. Have fun drawing those scarecrows, friends. I hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving break, and I will see you next week.